Yeah, yeah. You know, mate. Getting old's no fun, mate. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Come off the horse pedal the other day, mate. Yeah. Come off the horse. Yeah. Randy bugger, mate. Must be a mare in season somewhere around the place, mate. Gets a bit frisky then, you know. And he bucked me off, he did, mate. Yeah. Yeah. There was a time, mate, when I was a younger bloke. You know, I'd come off the horse, mate, and I'd bounce, mate. I'd bounce, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Not this time, mate. This time it was more like a splat, mate. Yeah. More like a splat. You know what I mean? Well, you were there, mate. You were there, yeah. Yeah. I'm laying on the ground there, mate, you know, and old pedal comes over and licks me face, you know, say sorry, I guess, mate, you know. I just needed a whole lot of bloody horse saliva all over me, mate. Yeah. Got a bit black and blue next day, mate. Next day. Oh, yeah. You reckon, mate? Black and blue, mate. A few weird shades of purple, I can tell you, mate. Oh, mate, yeah. Yeah, bit of pain, Now, mate, I'm an Aussie farmer, mate, you know. I come from a long line of Aussie farmers, you know. I live by the sort of the view that ignore it, it'll go away, mate, you know, so not a great one for going to doctors, mate. Yeah, oh, I must have only been to the doctor, I don't know, half a dozen times in the last 30 years, mate. Yeah, about that. Yeah. I come off petrol, oh, must be 5 years ago, mate, and broke me wing. Yeah, broke me wing. You were there, mate, yeah, you remember that? Yeah, remember that? Yeah, I remember that. Had to go to the doctor then. Yeah. Couldn't very well sort of set my own arm and plaster it up, could I, mate, you know? Not that tough. Mate, yeah. Anyway, this time round, a few days later, still in a fair bit of pain, mate, you know. The old hip's giving me jip, mate. Where, mate, yeah. So I relented and thought, I'll go to the doctor, mate, you know. Yeah, the doctors. They got memories on them, doctors, mate, you know. I've been going to the same doctor, you know, the last 30 years, but only about 6 times. But she remembers my name, mate, yeah. I guess it's part of being a doctor, you know, got to have a good memory, yeah. But yeah, she remembered my name. But, well, mate, she just sort of sat there shaking her head, mate, you know. Started talking about me having to take it easy, you know, slow down a bit. Maybe think about retiring. Retiring, mate. Yeah, didn't think about that one. Didn't see that one coming. Still got a couple of years in me, mind you, mate. Don't get me wrong. But I have to start thinking about that retirement thing, mate, you know. That's not an easy thing, mate, you know. So I've let the side down a bit, you know. Let the side down a bit. I've got no heir, mate. I've got no one to leave the farm to. You know. My old man, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, they all handed it down, mate. So retirement wasn't that hard for them, you know. Because they didn't really retire, mate, you know. They just sort of handed the farm over and then continued to work, just a bit slower. Instead of like 7 days a week, they'd be working 5 days a week, and then, you know, maybe a year would go by and they'd cut it back to 4. or just when they were needed, or they'd just do some of the chores sort of stuff, you know, feed the chooks, mate, yeah. Slowly sort of wind down, you know. Yeah, my old man was still doing his fair share, mate, when he dropped off the perch, mate, yeah. But I've got nowhere to leave it to, mate, yeah. So, I'm between a rock and a hard place, mate, yeah. You know? I thought, oh, well, you know, I could let the place go back to nature. Made my old man to turn over in his grave, you know. There'd be a little earthquake, and my grandfather, my great-grandfather, all that work that went into the farm, let it go back to nature. But the government won't let me do that, mate. They say the property's worth too much. They won't give me a pension. So I've got to keep working the farm, pay the bills, mate. That or I've got to sell up. Ooh. Yeah, sell up, mate. Can you imagine that, selling up? Imagine moving to town, mate. Ugh. Moving to town. Never gets dark. Never gets quiet. My goodness. Living in town. You wouldn't like living in town, would you, mate? No. You wouldn't like it. You'd go stir crazy, wouldn't you, mate? So would I. Couldn't do that. No, farming's not a job, mate. No, it's not a job. It's a lifestyle, mate, you know. Get out there and work the land. Yeah. It's like you're part of the cycle of life, mate. You know, farming. You know, whether it's seeds grown into plants, or if it's calves being born and growing up, growing old. Some of them don't grow too old, but there you go. The cycle of life, mate. I was sitting in that doctor's room, mate, you know, and I sort of thought there's some similarities there for doctors, mate. They're involved in the cycle of life. Bloody babies and old age and death, mate. Surrounded by it, mate, yeah. Now, I went to school with a bloke. Who went into the public service, mate. Yeah. As a storeman, mate. Yeah, he worked as a storeman. I remember seeing him one time in his office, mate. He had this little storeroom, you know. People would come in and want things from him, you know. Whether it was paper or pens or pad or all sorts of stuff, mate. They'd get off him, mate, you know. Here he is in a little room, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, mate, you know. And I'm sitting in that doctor's room and I'm thinking, geez, not much different, mate. More money, have to study an awful lot more responsibility, I suppose, but still sitting in a room for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Yeah. So, I guess I've had it good, mate. Being a farmer, out in the open air, mate, in the stinking hot, pouring rain. The mud. Yeah. All good, mate, all good, yeah. Yeah. But I don't fancy moving to town, mate, you know. But what else can I do? If it comes to that. So I think I'll just keep working. Till I can't work no more, you know. Yeah. Now, of course, if I hadn't let the side down, you know, you go back to school, you know, back to my school days, mate. I had my eye on somebody then, nice girl, mate, nice girl, yeah, good sort, mate, yeah. Yeah, she's a granny now, mate, yeah, the granny, yeah. But I wasn't quick enough off with the mark, mate, you know. Bit slower on the uptake back then. And now. Yeah. Yeah, she married the captain of the cricket team, mate, you know. He was a good bloke, mate. Nothing against him, but he beat me to the punch there, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Must be 20 years ago that one of them quad bikes got him, mate, you know. Killed him. And farming's a dangerous game, mate, you know. Bit sad that was, mate. He was a good bloke, yeah. Left her a widow. But even then, you know, 20 years ago that was, and I haven't managed to do anything about it, mate. Still fancy the granny. Oh, she's a good sort, mate. Now, that'd be a dream come true, mate. Yeah, marry the granny. Yeah, she's got a spare. Now you could take over the farm. He's a bad bloke. He's off managing some farm out west. Yeah, you could take over the farm. That'd work pretty good. That's a pipe dream, mate. That's a pipe dream. That's a pie in the sky, mate. You know? It's not going to happen. It's like dreaming about winning lotto, mate. I don't buy tickets, so I'm not going to win lotto, am I? Eh? And I'm not going to get the granny, mate. You got to accept these things in life, mate. You got to accept them. You know? Don't you reckon, mate? Yeah, of course you do. You know all about it, mate. Yeah, all about it. Well, I don't know, mate. I reckon I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I reckon I'm still got years in me, mate. I'll keep on, and well, we'll work something out, won't we, mate? Something will turn up, mate. You know, you never know. Never know. So, old Bruce, mate, you know, I reckon we should get on with the day, get on and do something a bit productive. How about we go up and move them cows from the top paddock down to that lower paddock, a bit more better grass down there for them, you know. We'll go and do that. So let's go get that pedal. So let's go and do that, eh? Yeah, be productive.